Hello and welcome back to part 2 of the Blue Collection. Here I have the altered envelope set, and this has so many beautiful layers of things. I'm so excited to share this with you guys. So to start off, I have this beautiful golden pearl brooch. This is a vintage brooch and it's so pretty, and it's the perfect touch to the top of this pile of envelopes. And so here it is. It's so cute. And then also holding all of these beautiful envelopes together is this really pretty different toned blue ribbon, and it has more of like a teal and also more of a royal blue color to it. It's so pretty. And the top envelope here is a smaller envelope, and it's embellished with some lace and some trim. So gorgeous. And inside are two authentic calling cards. And next up, I've created this little envelope. This is made out of like a decorative handmade type paper, and inside is a authentic label, a bunch of stamps, like vintage stamps from all over the world. One of those is a digital from Dust to Roses, that little white one with the blue trim, that's from Dust to Roses. And they just fit so cutely in this little envelope. It's so sweet. And this envelope here has some really gorgeous trim on it. And at the very bottom right-hand corner is a gold embellished piece. This is filled with a couple different things. There are a few vintage black and white photos. And there's also a really pretty handwritten little note. The little note came from France, and it's pretty old. And I don't think this one has a date, but you can tell from the paper it's got some really nice writing, and it has a really great texture. And next up is also a postcard from France. This has the most beautiful image of a little girl. It's so sweet. This one, of course, I had to add a airmail envelope. It has some really pretty blue lace on the side and a little charm and a button, an antique button. And inside there is, I believe, an invoice and a ledger piece. This here is my favorite. It's a blue vintage lotto card, and I just love the color on that. And then next is this envelope with some really pretty blue velvet trim on the end and another gold embellishing piece on the right-hand corner. And inside, these are some digitals from Dust to Roses, and I back them with some really old, sturdy ledger paper. And so these are perfect to use as journaling cards and really pretty. I'll tag Dust to Roses down below so you can check her out. I'm one of her patrons, and I love using her digitals. There's also a black and white postcard in there. And this envelope has to be my favorite envelope of all time. I added on with a little clip, a negative, and then there's some gold trim on it. This says New York City Hotel on it, and the paper is from New York City Hotel as well. It's really old, and the font is so beautiful. The handwriting is so beautiful. I just love it, and I think it's a 4 or 5 page letter. So pretty cool piece. And this one is another handmade envelope with that decorative handmade paper. This paper is so beautiful and thick. On the back, I added a vintage button, and inside there are some book pages with some really pretty images on them, and also a vintage check. There's also a postcard inside, just a simple white postcard with some blue image or blue stamp on the right hand corner. It's pretty neat. This envelope's really fun too. There's some beautiful vintage fabric and some trim. I added a luggage tag on the right there, or on the left, sorry. And inside is a war ration book, and this has a bunch of tickets still in it. And this is actually a deposit receipt from, oh man, the date is very, very old. I forget the date, but I think you can see it on the letter there. But yeah, this is an old one, so it's a really, really neat piece. I love the writing, but it's just also kind of a cool piece of history. This envelope is gorgeous. I added, again, some more stamps on the upper right, beautiful antique button on the back, and inside I made a little booklet. I had a really large envelope that I folded in half, and I took all different kinds of things, some vintage ledger, antique ledger, some invoices, book pages, some really neat things, and I stitched right up the middle, so I just made like a little ephemera booklet. This is going to be a really fun piece for someone to work with and to journal with. I just love how it turned out. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate every single one of you. Thanks again. Bye.